Eliot Caldwell led a life of quiet desperation. Days bled into weeks, weeks into months, each one indistinguishable from the last. His existence felt like a faded photograph. A pale imitation of the vibrancy he sensed lay just beyond his grasp. Eliot yearned for something more, a spark to ignite the embers of his soul. A nagging feeling lingered at the edge of his awareness, whispering that his life was not his own. One dreary afternoon, as Eliot wandered through a dusty antique shop, a worn, leather-bound book caught his eye. Its title, embossed in faded gold lettering, seemed to pulsate with an energy of its own, The Game of Life. Intrigued, Eliot purchased the book, unaware that he had stumbled upon the key to unlocking his destiny. The book spoke of a reality far stranger than Eliot could have ever imagined. It described life as an intricate game, a grand simulation designed to facilitate the evolution of souls. Each of us, the book claimed, was an eternal being, playing a role in this vast cosmic drama. Our memories were veiled, our true nature obscured, as we navigated the challenges of each lifetime, gathering invaluable lessons along the way. At first, Eliot dismissed the book as an imaginative work of fiction, yet he couldn't shake the unsettling feeling that it resonated with a deep-seated truth within him. The words stirred something ancient and familiar in the depths of his being, like a long-forgotten melody echoing through the corridors of time. As Eliot delved deeper into the book's enigmatic pages, he began to question everything he thought he knew about life, death, and the nature of reality itself. Eliot's dreams became vivid, filled with strange and wondrous imagery. He found himself transported to distant times and places, inhabiting lives vastly different from his own. He was a Roman soldier, a medieval monk, an Egyptian priestess. Each life, though seemingly separate, was connected by an invisible thread, a tapestry of experiences woven together by the loom of his soul's journey. These weren't just dreams, Eliot realized. They were fragmented memories, echoes of past selves bubbling up from the depths of his subconscious. Each life held valuable lessons, insights into his strengths and weaknesses, his triumphs and failures. As Eliot pieced together the fragments of his soul's history, he began to see the recurring patterns, the karmic debts and lessons that he had carried with him across lifetimes. Eliot's journey led him to cross paths with others who sensed the hidden truth of their existence. There was Samantha, a brilliant astrophysicist who had stumbled upon anomalies in the fabric of space-time, hints of a reality beyond the limitations of our current scientific understanding. And then there was Marcus, a war veteran haunted by premonitions and visions that defied logical explanation. Each of them, drawn together by a shared sense of purpose, found solace and strength in their newfound connection. Samantha provided the scientific perspective, grounding their explorations in logic and reason. Marcus, with his intuitive gifts and unwavering courage, served as their protector and guide. And Eliot, the reluctant hero, embraced his role as the seeker, the one who dared to ask the difficult questions and challenge the very foundations of their perceived reality. Section 5. The Price of Truth. Eliot's quest for truth came at a price. His relationships with friends and family became strained as they struggled to comprehend his radical shift in perspective. His once ordinary life, once a source of comfort in its predictability, now felt like a cage, a prison of his own making. The more Eliot awakened to the truth of his being, the more he realized the depth of the illusion that held humanity captive. Fear gnawed at the edges of his mind. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the consequences of his actions. Fear of the immense power that he sensed lay dormant within him. Yet, a deeper instinct urged him forward, a knowing that the pursuit of truth, however daunting, was the only path worth taking. He understood that true freedom lay not in escaping the game, but in mastering it. As Eliot, Samantha, and Marcus delved deeper into their investigations, they uncovered evidence of a shadowy force that actively worked to keep humanity trapped in ignorance. This force, which they came to call the Veil, permeated every aspect of human society, manipulating thoughts, beliefs, and desires. It thrived on fear, doubt, and division, feeding off the collective energy of a slumbering humanity. The Veil manifested in countless ways, in the constant barrage of distractions that kept people tethered to the material world, in the fear-mongering tactics employed by those in power, in the endless cycle of consumerism that promised fulfillment but delivered only emptiness. It whispered lies into the ears of humanity, convincing them that they were nothing more than their physical bodies, insignificant specks of dust adrift in an indifferent universe. Despite the pervasive influence of the veil, Eliot refused to give in to despair. He knew that the key to breaking free lay in awakening others to their true nature. He began sharing his insights with those who were ready to listen, planting seeds of truth in fertile ground. He spoke of the interconnectedness of all beings, the infinite potential that lay dormant within each soul, and the power of love to shatter even the strongest illusions. Eliot's words resonated with a growing number of individuals who had also felt the yearning for something more. They formed communities, both online and in person, dedicated to exploring the nature of reality and supporting each other on their journeys of awakening. These pockets of consciousness, scattered across the globe, began to coalesce, forming a nascent force for change. What began as a solitary quest had blossomed into a global movement. Millions around the world, inspired by Eliot's message of hope and empowerment, began to question the limitations of their perceived reality. They embarked on their own journeys of self-discovery, seeking knowledge, embracing their innate spiritual gifts, and connecting with like-minded individuals. The collective awakening of humanity sent ripples through the fabric of reality itself. The veil, weakened by the rising tide of consciousness, began to falter. Its grip on humanity loosened, its illusions dissolving like mist under the radiant light of truth. The world was changing, transforming into a place where love, compassion, and unity were no longer distant ideals, but lived experiences. Standing at the forefront of this global awakening, Eliot felt a surge of gratitude and humility. He knew that this was not his victory alone, but a testament to the indomitable spirit that resided within every human heart. The journey had been fraught with challenges, but the rewards far outweighed the sacrifices. He had faced his fears, embraced his true nature, and discovered a love that transcended the boundaries of time and space. And yet, Eliot knew that this was just the beginning. The awakening of humanity was merely the first step in a much grander adventure, the next chapter in the eternal game of life. With a heart full of hope and a renewed sense of purpose, Eliot embraced the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges and triumphs awaited him in this new era of human evolution.